Someone said, Phil, my exam is in 1 week. What do I do for the PMP? Well, number one, spend the first day going over people, process, business, and the PMP content outline. The second thing on day two, spend a good amount of time going through pages 8, 9, 14, 18, 19, 27, 28, pages 50 to 56, pages 90 to 95 in the Agile Practice Guide. Really understand the principles and the mindset. Then the next day, day three, open up the PMP Guide, 6th edition, or any study guide that you have that goes into the initiating to closing overview. And then on day four, spend some time tackling mock exams and questions. On day five, spend it really focusing on this one fact. Your exam will test you on solving problems that are issues, risks, decisions, and other stakeholder situations. Make sure you revise those pretty heavily. And spend the next 2 days calming down, chilling out, relaxing, because you need to have the right mental aptitude when you go in to break down what you're reading. It's not a question of understanding definitions. It's breaking down the question and wrapping your mind around what exactly the problem is, wrapping your mind around what exactly this situation is about, and then being in the right mental space to solve those problems. This is one thing that people find hard on the exam. It's getting to the right mental state. The problem is not the knowledge. A lot of people have the knowledge going into the exam, but when they're faced with a question, they don't know if the question is about a scheduling issue, a stakeholder issue, and what solutions they should proffer to solve it. So if I were you and I had 7 days to the exam, I would gradually ramp up, but on day 6 and 7, I would really spend that getting into the right mental state, getting into a calm mindset, being cool, calm, and collected, and understanding what makes the exam tough is not the knowledge. I had a student who went into the exam and said, oh my goodness, I think I'm in the wrong place. So she went over to the proctor and told the proctor, I'm in the wrong exam. Please get me out. And the proctor looked at the records and said, no, you're in the right exam. She couldn't believe how easy the questions were. And I'm talking about 2022. This student went into the test and thought it was going to be a whole lot of technical stuff, formulas and so on. But what she was faced with was problem solving. And because she had worked in a construction company, someone who helped project managers and engineers find solutions, all the questions came across so easy to her. 3 above targets. But what did she do? She calmed down, read the questions, realized it was solving problems. 90+% of your exam is not about the knowledge. More than the knowledge, it's about being able to solve the problem. Having a quiet mind, but being razor sharp in your precision to understand what the best solution is. So if you're being asked questions about a stakeholder that is difficult, or a stakeholder that is asking for something at the last minute, or a team member who is not doing what they should, you, my friend, need to have the mental capacity to process that problem, put it in context of the solutions you've been given from A to D, and choose the right one. Now, there are going to be questions which are drag and drop. And those drag and drops, you either know the definitions or you don't. Those are different. There's some of those. There's some questions where you need to know a definition. Otherwise, there's no hope. But there are other questions where even if you knew all the definitions in the book, you would not get the question right if you are not solving the real problem. The real problem could be one of someone agreeing. In that regard, you need interpersonal skills. No Gantt chart, no schedule, no earned value will help you. In some instances, it's getting the team on the same page. And on those questions, your Agile Manifesto values and principles will help you. And then there are going to be some questions where a combination of Agile and predictive will help you answer the questions. In other words, you need to hybridize your knowledge. I wish you all the very best on the test, my friends. It's doable.